Hello friends, today we are discussing about the induction motor. Induction motor is a AC motor which is most widely used in electrical industries. It is simple, rugged and low priced, easy to maintain and high efficiency motor. One of the good feature of induction motor is that it has self-starting torque. Now we will understand here what is the principal operation of three-phase induction motor. Induction motor has stator and rotor. Stator is a stationary winding and rotor is a rotating winding. So stator is supplied from three-phase supply. When three-phase supply is given to stator, there will be the rotating magnetic field is developed in the rotor, stationary field, and that is a clockwise directions. So here you can understand here we are assume that one conductor is placed on the rotor side and the rotor magnetic field is flowing in the clockwise directions. So because of rotating magnetic field is developed here, the stationary conductor that produce some electromagnetic induction effects. If suppose Faraday's law we can apply here, we can find out the relative speed between the stationary conductor and rotating magnetic field. For finding the current direction of this conductor, we can assume the direction by using Fleming's right hand rule, and we assume that the rotating magnetic field is not flowing in the clockwise direction. You can assume that the conductor is motion in anti-clockwise direction and rotor is stationary. So by using the right hand rule of Fleming's hand, we can find out the direction of the conductor current. So now we can apply here direction of the current in the conductor. So that is the direction of the force of the rotating magnetic field. Now we assume that it is going in the anti-clockwise direction and this is the flux direction. Flux is going downwards, and now we can find out the direction of the induced current in the conductor, and that is coming upwards from this page. So now we can find out easily this is the direction of the magnetic motion and this is the flux direction. So that current is coming out of the page, so that is induced current here and that induced current in the upwards of the this page. So we can find out the easily the current direction of the conductor. Now by using this current direction, by using the Fleming's left hand rule, we can find out the direction of the rotor running at the stator field. So now we will make again stator, this is rotor. So now this is a induced current carrying conductor placed in the magnetic field. Now we can find out by Fleming's left hand rule the direction of the rotor. So direction of rotor can find out by Fleming's left hand rule, and that is here. That is the Fleming's left hand rule. There is the field, this is the motion, and this is the current induced. So by using there we can find out the direction of the rotor. This is the rotor, this is stator. So now we can find out the rotor direction, force is acting on a rotor direction, and that is the a field is coming here. So now we can find out here this is the current is coming outside of this page and flux is going inside from stator to rotor. Now we can find out the force acting on the rotor conductor, and that is going in the clockwise direction. So by this method we can find out the speed of the rotor in the direction of the speed of rotor, and that is the clockwise direction, and that is the same direction of the rotating magnetic field. So now we can find out easily the force on the conductor and flux direction is same. Now this is the rotor direction, and rotor direction is same as a rotating magnetic field. So that rotor is catched to the rotating field speed, and that is constant. So there is will be always relative speed between the rotor and stator, and that's why there will be relative speed produce some torque, and that torque is enough to run the induction motor. Thank you.